Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 4. Tottenham Hotspur absolutely destroy Aston Villa as in a game that completely summarises the current state of Villa fans, which is end the season now, because ultimately that's what it is. This might be a long one, because there is just too much to say here. Last week I said I didn't really care, and I really didn't because I was ill, so I wasn't really that much mentally checked into the match. This one though, considering the result that we just came off from the Molineux to come to here, in this game I wasn't massively confident, but to see it today, it's shambles. It's an absolute shambles to watch, and it's genuinely got me worried for the future, the next 18 months going ahead for Aston Villa. Everything about today is ridiculous. It's a disgrace to watch. You know, conceded a goal 3 minutes in, you know, from a centre-half who's all the past week has been in the talks for a potential move away from Aston Villa. And what do you want to do? You want to silence those rumours for your fans. They have nothing to worry about. And what does he do? He goes and concedes a really sloppy goal for Son. And ultimately, I was saying it throughout the game, you know, we had multiple chances on goal. Danny Ings, Watkins, Ramsey, the amount of times we had. Emilio Lloris made some great saves. And defensively, I thought Tottenham Hotspur were really good to watch. And overall, just much the better team today. It doesn't excuse the amount of chances we can have. And then, as I said, those chances, if we don't take them, what's going to happen? Spurs will get that one going. I said 4 minutes into the second half, they'll score. What happens? Kulusevski scores and completely kills the game for Aston Villa. And then Son goes on and gets 2 more goals. And it's pathetic to watch. It's so crap to watch. It's summarising the players, or summarising that they don't care anymore. They know it's the end of the season. They know there's nothing much else to play for because the highest we can go is 9th. And they know it. And considering this is now at a point where players should start to think, okay, well, we're approaching the end of the season. We've got a new manager. Clearly, there might be some changes around this team. I need to establish myself and put myself within that first team for next season. And nearly all of those players have showed there is clear improvements that can be made throughout the board. Why are we playing people like McGinn, like Douglas Luiz? Okay, admittedly, might be out of position, may not be able to get as forward as you like, but McGinn not contributing anything to the team, giving away the ball constantly, rather just keep the ball at his feet rather than passing it out. You know, Douglas Luiz just doesn't look like he cares. And again, maybe I'll be out of position, but we've seen enough of him now to say there is clear improvement over him. Why are we not playing Buendia, who's progressed so much under Gerrard? Why are we not playing Sanson, who Gerrard's come out and said has trained extremely well at the Wolves game? Looks like one of our better players over there. And we're now benching him again for a midfield that has looked completely lacklustre. It's the one that we've had to rely on all season that hasn't done anything. You know, we're playing Ings and Watkins who can't finish for their life. We can have 20 shots on target, they're not scoring. We've got Coutinho that, for as well as he can do in certain periods of the game, overall, over time, you will notice that he will fade away and you'll just forget that he's playing on the pitch. We've got a left back that can't seem to stay on the pitch because now he's gone off for the 3rd time. He's had a hamstring, he was ill last week, and now he's done his shoulder in. And to think that next season, if we don't buy left back, our options are Luca Digne and Ashley Young. We have 2 centre-halves, Mings, who clearly needs replacing now. He's had his time, and you can see he's just gone as far as we can with him, and there is now time to say we can develop a better player and pursue him more than Tyrone Mings. Konza didn't look absolutely good today, looked underwhelming, and Cash was completely forgetful that he was in the game. It's just crap. You know, Tottenham, they're defending in numbers, they're getting loads of players behind and into a line so that when we're attacking them, we've got no space to play with. But when they're playing, just like the 3rd goal, they cut us open straight away with a Kane header. And Son, with all the insight in the world, can run through and score that goal. Whilst we are just seemingly doing so much more just to get a shot on target. We're not taking our chances. Son had 3 shots in the game, 3 on target, and he scored 3 of them. I don't know how many times our front line could take as many chances as they want. They will never take them, and they haven't taken them today. And it blows my mind. I'm coming out of this game thinking there's more questions than answers. You know, are we seeing anything better than we did see under Dean Smith with Steven Gerrard? No, nothing is changing now. You know, I can keep badgering on saying, oh, we had 15 great minutes of football at Leeds. Nothing's changing. It's just a new manager bounce that we got against Brighton, against Crystal Palace, and ultimately, there's only so many times you can lose against a Man City and a Liverpool where you just wasn't our day. And then before you get to a point like now, where you had a chance for a possible top 8 finish, where you had a chance for top 9, and you're blowing it straight away because you're not showing us any. You're not showing us that passion. You're not showing us that leadership that you showed us when you were playing as captain for Liverpool. You're making the same substitutes in Bailey and Buendia when we're already 4-0 down, or 3 or 4-0 down, where it doesn't matter. You know, why is Sanson not playing? Why is Chukwuemeka, the player you want to sign a contract, who will clearly look at this and say, you know what, them 3 midfielders are so rubbish and shit. I know I can go elsewhere and I will get game time. Sanson will say the same thing. There are players there that will go elsewhere because they are not getting the time that they deserve. And what are we going to be signing in the summer then? You know, we're looking at older players. Okay then, I know. Watkins hasn't had a great season, admittedly, but look at what he did last year. We're going to forget all about that because he's not my player. I know, I was friends with him at Liverpool. We'll sign Suarez. Why? Why are we signing players like him who are way past it when you've got somebody that you can develop, something that we as Villa fans know what he's capable of, and yet you're willing to throw that away for a 35-year-old who's clearly past it now, and you're just living off namesakes? Why are we signing players? Why are we going into... I can't explain it because of how bad it is now, and this happens every season. Every time we'll go through a sticky patch of form, and we're always just going to be like this. It was like this last year, post-COVID of December. It was like this in the relegation season because it genuinely had a lot more to say. But right now, we've gone from European contenders to seeing all over Twitter, this season is end now. People aren't happy with players. People are complaining about the atmosphere, and it was because it was crap. Because all you could hear was the Tottenham fans today. And what are we being given? Absolutely nothing to say, you know what, let's get behind for the rest of this season. We can still make that push for 9th. We don't even look like we're going to do it. We've got Liverpool next. They're going to spank us. Norwich will be very interesting to see what's going to happen there. Because if he does not get a win there, everybody knows what's going to happen. I just don't know. I can't feel positive about it. I'm coming into games negative. I'm not seeing anything in that game today that's making me think, you know what, there is. And I would say, Buendia, just play the bugger. Just stop persisting with Ings and Watkins. Stop doing that. Give Buendia, you know what I mean? He looks good. He's developed clearly into one of the best players before he just randomly decided to get benched. Play Sanson. Get rid of your favourites. You know what I mean? If you're going to show it to me that it doesn't matter, then play, you know what I mean? Get the best out of what you can, because next season is where we're going to have to rebuild, but it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't have to start talking and thinking about next season until it's next season, not when this season's still currently happening and there's still a possibility of being in a strong finish. But that's what you get. That is what you get today. You get a result like that. Didn't really give a damn about it, because obviously we blew it against Molineux last week, and now we're made to suffer by seeing crap like that. And you know what I mean, wasting the money with the ticketing prices that are going to be coming into next season, with the new addition of increased capacity in the North Stand. What are we being rewarded with? Crap like this. And as I said at the start of the video, it's leaving me now in a position where I am so worried about what could potentially be coming for Aston Villa in the next 18 months that I really don't know what to expect anymore. You know, I can't expect to say we're going to finish top half next season, because it just doesn't feel like it. I can't expect to say we're going to throw millions and sign these players, because it doesn't seem like it's working. And perhaps we need to start considering that we can't keep paying 50 or 30, 40 million for players. We need to start spending more, and ultimately getting up for our value for money, because you can't spend 60 million on a Calvin Phillips if he's not going to deliver for 60 million. You know, there are cheaper options. You've just got to go out there and see it. But that's for the manager to decide, and ultimately that's one we're just going to have to wait to unfold. But Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 4. It's just great, an absolute disgrace to watch that. I'm lucky it didn't go. I'm lucky it didn't go, because it would have been a waste of 20 quid just go and see that rubbish. And ultimately, you know what I mean? If I'm not going into it positive, I don't want to go and spend my money and go and watch that rubbish. You know, I can save that money and go and buy it something else, because this is not worth watching right now, Aston Villa. It is crap, it is rubbish, and simply put, next season, it's going to have to get better. So yeah, leave in the comments down below what you thought. It's going to be a long next few games. As I said, Liverpool next, who buggering cares, and then Norwich at home again. But yeah, that's been me. Tell us some comments on our social pages. Up the Villa, we're proud of Villa. We will see you for the next game, boys.